Hi, friends. Welcome back to another session of understanding of our mind. We are going the first concept itself out of 5 or 6 concepts that is Thich Hat Nhat is teaching us. In the first concept, he is trying to talk to us what is the store of consciousness? What are the various things that we store in our consciousness? So if you understand how actually we can get the qualities or we can get the things in our mind, then it is easy to remove or it is easy to put back the things. What he's saying is in the store of consciousness there will be a lot of seeds. Like in the earth plane, lot of seeds are actually will be falling on the earth, but not every seed will be sprouted. Only the seeds which are given a proper nutrition in the proper times only they will be doing it, right? Similarly, if you understand like what are the things that we can that are already stored in our consciousness, if we can and understand what are those seeds, we can appropriately water those seeds. That is the essence that we have learned until now. And yeah, today we will see like when these seeds will ripen up, how when these seeds will be emancipate, how the things will be gone. So this is the thing. So let me share my screen. Okay, so we have completed 9 things, right, until now. Completed the eight we have completed until the last week, and now we will see the ninth stanza, ripening and emancipation. So this is the 9th one. All manifestations bear the marks of both individual as well as collective. The maturation of the store of consciousness functions in the same way in its participation in the different stages of realm of being. This is what we are going to expand now. This is actually has a lot of meaning and lot to explain in this. It's a big one, I can say. So all manifestations, whatever the manifestation that we have it, or all, both individual, it could be our individual things or it could be our collective things as well. So let us say, we say that we don't, I'm not angry at all. When everything is at home was so cool, everything is going on as per our requirements or as per we thought, then we may not get any angry or anything because everything going cool. But when something goes wrong, when we go out, when something goes wrong, then we see whether we are really angry or not. As long as you sit in your home happily getting all the food and studying or whatever you are doing, right, then you won't feel anything. Once you take your car and go out, if in the signal already the green and the previous person is not going, then you'll start whether you are angry or whether you are a patient person. If you start hitting your horn, so what is, you are getting angry or you are a patient? So you may say that, oh, these guys are coming on the roads and they will be checking on their mobiles all the time, something like that, right? You start telling in your, whether in your thoughts or outside. So this is how the anger, so whether that seed will be coming out when actually the appropriate situation comes, right? So that the seed, until then you may not know, you may be feeling that, oh, I'm so cool person, I don't have anything kind of thing, right? So this is what it says. So it will manifest in the appropriate time. Manifestation or vignapti, that is what we say. Vignapti, what is this? So when this manifestation will be done, right? Manifestation is the function of consciousness. Consciousness, what it will do, it will manifest all the time. It will manifest, and it is going to create the things, and is also perceived by consciousness. Not only manifesting, the things which are already created will be perceived by this consciousness. So that is where we are coming from, right? Suppose you see, you're saying that these rivers, these mountains, all those things are the God's creation. That's what we'll say, right? All this nature is a God's creation. Okay. Now you are seeing that the God is separate and you are a separate, and you are just seeing that you are perceiving them as a God's creation. If somebody says that it is your creation, then you will not agree. Because you can also say that it is your creation, because you as a God, when that particular time, you have created all those things, and then you are means now you are not perceiving that, you are thinking that you are a different, right? That is why you are not able to perceive. So perceiving is also the same consciousness who is created, and again you are perceiving it differently. So you are perceiving it somebody else has created. So this is what it is. All manifestations were seen in 18 elements. Last class we have seen what are those 18 elements, right? So those who, if you want to just have a look at it, so these are the 18 elements. Okay, I dhatu, visual forms and eye consciousness. So similarly, ear dhatu, sounds and ear consciousness. Nose dhatu, smells and nose consciousness. Tongue dhatu, taste and tongue consciousness. Now, body dhatu, tangible objects and body consciousness. Mind faculty, mental objects and mind consciousness. These are the 18 objects that we are actually perceiving. Everything that is manifested belongs to these 18 only. It won't come from somewhere else. All belongs to this only, these 18 elements only. Sometimes they are more, so all the whatever the things, right, that is coming, either it is a single or it is a individual, or it's a collective, or sometimes it could be the both. Okay, many of the times it could be both. It could be individual as well as collective, or sometimes more collective, some less individual, something like that. Suppose if you say full moon, okay, full moon is a manifestation of our collective as well as individual store of consciousness. How it is collective? Everybody has a right to enjoy the full moon, right? Everybody can enjoy the full moon. There is some sound, and let me mute. Sumagar, I'm muting, sorry. So full moon, everybody can enjoy the full moon. Everybody has a right to enjoy, because every full moon is a full moon. Everybody can enjoy that full moon. Everybody can do that. What do you say? The meditations and on the full moon day. Everybody is right to have that kind of energy. But some people may not even have time to look at it. Forget about doing a meditation and all. Time to look at the beauty of the full moon and say, wow, how beautiful it is. That also they may not be able to, because even though every one of us has the right, it's a full moon is a collective consciousness, but still only some people are actually enjoying it. Some people are getting the benefits out of it. So this is all it could be the individual consciousness as well as a collective consciousness. That is what we'll say. Everyone, although everybody has a right to enjoy, it's a collective consciousness, but only few of them are enjoying, few of them are not actually looking at it also. So it is all depends on the individual also, we can say. So before we go there, right, so we have to remember, mind is it's a beautiful, if you think it is a beautiful garden, if you seed the right plants, or if you seed the wrong plants, it could be the hell of paradise hell. So you can, sorry, it can be a hell. It can be a paradise or it can be hell, depends on your own mind, depends on your own thoughts. Okay, you cannot say that I already have the store of thoughts from my ancestors or from my parents, because of that I'm like this. No, you cannot tell, because although the seeds are there, you have every right, you have everything saying that these are the seeds already presenting in me. I should not water it. I should let them go. I should push them out. If they are not manifested, unmanifested thing, you can always push them out to the next life, you can always push them out. When you are not watering, it will not get realized. Those things will not get realized. Okay. Well, generally what we think is, this is what it is. I can be happy. When you can be happy? If I say that, when will you be happy? Ultimately in our life, what we want, whether you do meditation or whether you do travel or whether you do eat a sumptuous, delicious meal, or whether you eat a delicious sweet, an ice cream, what it is going to give it to you? Ultimately, you want to feel happy. That is the reason. I feel happy if I do that. I feel happy if I do this. That is what you are doing it. If meditation is not going to give you happy or kind of joy, then you won't do the meditation also, because you are getting that. That's why we are all here to do the meditation, all the things, right? So that's what it can be. Your mind, you are thinking that if you think whatever, upon these conditions only I'll be happy. Okay, otherwise I'll suffer. If you put those conditions, just check, imagine that if you reach to that particular condition, are you happy? Sometime back you may be thinking that if I have a beautiful home, like a 4-bedroom home, if I can get early, then I'll be happy because I can settle down. So after coming to the home, housewarming and all, you did very well, and you invited all the friends, all that done, all the function is over. Then you started accumulating the things. Go to the home, go to the Lois, go to the furniture, go to the store. 1 year you are totally busy with your house, and you got all the things, and you are done. After that you are not happy. Why? Because you feel that you will be happy if you get a home, right? Then you should be happy forever. Why you are not able to happy? Because you change your conditioning. You change your conditioning because it is already yours. You're not feeling happy anymore. That is not the real happiness, because you are conditioning your happiness. You are already a happy being. That is what you have to remember is, you are already a happy being, and you should be able to be happy whether some house is there or not, whether car is there or not, anything you should be able to happy. That is what it is. So you're not on the many conditions. If you put many conditions, write down all your conditions. All the conditions were fulfilled. Are you happy? You're not happy. That's where the problem comes. So the happiness or the manifestation, right? The happiness and manifestation is not depending on the conditions. That's what we can create paradise if you feel that I'm happy at this moment. Always live in that moment. Power of now. Live in that moment. Now, in this moment, I ate my dinner. I'm so happy. I have everything that around. So I can be happy. Why should I worry about the future? Whether my son will get that particular seat or not, whether my daughter will get the job or not, whether whether my job will be tomorrow, my boss, what, all these are in future conditions. Or we live in, oh, today in the office, somebody told like this, I don't know what will happen tomorrow, blah, 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 something like these conditions and the past conditions. So we are making with our own thoughts, we are making our mind hell. So if you leave all those things, at this moment, you are happy. So you can be truly happy without all these conditions also. That is what is all the manifestation of the phenomena arise from the store of consciousness. The store of consciousness manifests into mental formations and physical formations. Mental formations and physical formations, either thinking or physical formations. Physical formations are our sense of eyes, ears, nose, tongue, and body. In their objects of form, sounds, smells, tastes, and tactic sensations. So with these things, you are actually forming the things. So before we go further, before we go further, I'll just mention upon the individual consciousness and the individual as well as the collective consciousness, right? Suppose the full moon, I don't know whether everybody got able to get it or not. So I can take an example. I just got that. Our class, whatever that class that right now, we are all here in order to, by learning the understanding of our mind. Is it an individual consciousness or a collective consciousness? Everybody, to you yourself, a bit of individual consciousness, because you choose to come to this session so that you can learn something. That is an individual consciousness. But there are so many people who worked on it. So somebody, okay, this Tuesday is a free, they're from this day onwards. We wanted to invite somebody else. So they will call some speaker, and whether they have the dates or they have that particular day is open or not. And then, so they need to prepare. So there are so many things that are going on. So if you take in that way, it is a collective consciousness, isn't it? So collectively, we are all here to learn what Thich Nhat Hanh is saying, giving us what wisdom he is trying to share us. We are here to discuss this subject and learn from each other. So that is the collective consciousness. But there are so many people in the meditation magic group, but only few people came here. Why? Because these people have taken individual consciousness. They took their time out and they choose to be here. That is an individual consciousness. These are the two things. That is how everything that we do, it is not just the individual. It is individual as well as collective. Okay. That is what I hope that now it is clear, right? So now let us go back. So manifestation, that's why we are talking. So everything manifestation is again either it is a what is that? Either it is a mental formations or the physical formations. Mental formations is our thoughts. Okay, physical formations are the forms of sound, smell, taste, and all these tactile sensations. All these are the physical. Mental formations are whatever that you are imagining, dreams, imaginations, recollection, what happened, recollection, or imagining future, or recollecting the past. So these are all the world of dreams, dreaming, daydreaming, or whatever the dreaming, right? So these are the mere images, just the mere images. These are again the things, are the representations. The representations are what? Representations of thinking, right? The thinking, the duality, the non-duality, all those things, the duality or non-duality, these are the representations. So these are the things that we are actually manifesting. It is either again the objects, suchness, actual objects. Okay, here. Store of consciousness manifest in the three fields of perception, as we learned in the previous stanza. Three fields of perception: the realm of things in themselves, that is suchness. The realm of things. If I see this is a mouse, and if I see these are the AirPods, or this is the glass of water, so these are the actual things. So we are seeing as suchness, as is the objects. If we are seeing, those are the suchness. That is the one. And then the next one is, what is the next one? Which we can touch anytime, and we have insight of interbeing, non-duality, impermanence, and non-self. So these are all the things which we can touch and feel. So these are the suchness things. That's the first one. Then the next one is the realm of representations, where we live our daily lives in the way of thinking that is contrary to the principles of non-duality and interbeing. Contrary to the duality, we are living in the duality, all those things, right? So that is the representations. I can say the best example that you can remember is, so you have a boyfriend, okay? So you think that, oh, that boy, that guy can do this for you, whatever, that you have some representation of that particular person, and you married him. And later, after that, you are not feeling that, oh, this is not the person. I imagined they're like this, but this guy is like this. That's what you are thinking. So you have not actually loved the person. You have loved the representation of that particular person. You imagined something. You imagined something that he will be like that, and you married. But the thing is, in reality, it's a different. It's not the thing. So that is where the representation comes. Or the third one is realm of images. Just daydream. Oh, my husband, I will marry. My husband will come from the something. All the daydream kind of thing, right? So that kind of thing. World of dreams, imagination, and recollection. So that is the dream world. So these are the three things. First one is suchness, as it is, if you can perceive. Second one is you are just representing it. Maybe your boyfriend has some of the qualities that you feel it, but not all. You imagine the things, which is not true. The third one is totally images. So these are the three manifestations, these are the three things that you feel, the things. In this world, if I take whatever that we are seeing, the natural world, such as trees, grass, mountains, rivers, all are the physical manifestation, including our own body. Our body, your body, everybody's body. All these are the physical manifestations of our whatever the things that we are seeing. That is the suchness. You can feel it, you can see that. So these are the things. What are the psychological manifestations? Those are the physical manifestation. What is the psychological manifestation that we have? Anger, fear, anxiety, sadness. All these are the psychological manifestations. These also can be both individual as well as collective. This anger also. If I get angry, how can the other person will be the thing? Because the other person, while I'm going to the road, the other person is not moving. Even the signal was green. That is why I got angry. So it is the collective thing. It is not the individual thing. It is also the collective thing. You can make yourself peaceful. That is a different thing. But it is a collective. Anger is not just the individual thing also. It is also the collective. Not only that, anger has a very roots. So if the parents, it may come from their parents, it may come from their teachers, friends of their own lives, right? So much thing it may be having. Somebody might say something at some other time. So then I still remember, I just, whenever I'm reading the example, right? So when I'm in the school, I don't know, nowadays, even 10th class, when the people are writing, they are getting 100 out of 100 in the languages. But those were the days when I'm studying. If I get 70, 75, it was like, oh, great. In Telugu especially. So my Telugu master always, he used to take my paper and always read out loud what are the mistakes I made it. And it is like every quarterly, half-yearly exam, when it is done, I feel like, oh my God, now the class is done. Now he will start reading out loud. That's how I used to feel. So finally, even though, finally he will say, oh, she got 72 or 76. Now she is the class first. Why are you laughing? But still, whatever the thing that he has told all the things, right? That made me kind of think, no, I never going to study Telugu after my 10th grade. You won't believe, I never studied. Academically, I never took Telugu as my second language after that, even though I had a love for Telugu. But at the end, after my first year of intermediate or so, somehow I met him. He said, I want you to shine. You have a lot of potential. That is why I always used to point the mistakes so that you can shine. You never know. That is his perception. But my perception is totally different. How I perceive his words are, oh, this guy doesn't like me. That is why he's actually, even though I wrote my best, so that is how I perceive the things. What he perceived, if I yell it, then she may do well. So that's a different way of that's a different way he perceived. So because of this, what happened, I never, even though I like Telugu, I never took it. Only after that, I read Telugu, or I wrote Telugu, is when I'm teaching Manabadi here in US, then only I again started reading the Telugu. That's how the world is. That's how we perceive the things. So again, this perceive, how we are doing, we'll go in detail later. So this is the realm of representations, or the realm of the things, right? So anything, the anger or anything. So all these things are not it is not the individual thing, it is the collective things. I may say, I love Telugu, but why I live, it's a collective consciousness. It is both my master and me. It's the collective consciousness. Because of that, I have to live, because our perceptions became so different. So similarly, anger or anything that you are saying, right? Suppose one person became a criminal in the society. Whose fault it is? Whose fault it is? Is it an individual consciousness? We cannot say. It is a collective consciousness. Or some psycho went to the mall and just shooted. So many people lost their lives. That became a common news in listening to in US. So who is at fault? As a society, everybody is. It's a collective consciousness. Who make that person as a psychic? Why that is coming up? So many things are actually involving in it. It is not only the gun law, it is a rising up the kid. That kid has lost some of the love or some of the things. That is the reason why he became like so many things. So many things is actually going into that particular thing. It is never be the individual consciousness. Suppose there is a dark room. There's a one candle was lighting up, right? So what it will happen? The light will go. So that is that individually you can say. But when you put the four candles, it's a collective thing. Collective light will spread more too far away, right? So even though initially that is an individual single candle, but when it becomes four candles per lit, it's all the collective consciousness. So that is how everything that we are actually doing in our society, it is both individual. An individual aspect will be there, but also the collective aspect will also be there. If a person is in the prison, you may say that person has done some mistake. That is why he is getting the punishment. No, he may be getting the punishment because of his individual thing, but collectively there are so many people, the parents, teachers, society around him is also responsible for making him as that, because he must be lacking the love, he must be lacking of education, he must be lacking of so many things. He may be or because of all these things he was into, he may be becoming the criminal. That is why he has to take up. So for everything that we are doing, it is both individual as well as collective conscious. One person became a drug addict. Why? If people are so loving and caring him and he is taking care of all the things, he may not. He feels somewhere loneliness, somewhere he want to escape from the life, somewhere he wanted to escape from this conscious, he want to forget all the things that is happening to him. That is why artificially is creating the unconsciousness using the drugs. That is what he is doing. So here also again the society around him is also responsible for the things that he is doing. If you look deeply, any person, if you look deeply, that's what he is saying. We have to raise our consciousness, we have to raise our vibrations in such a way that when we look into a particular person, we should be able to see what is going on in his mind. You will be, every one of us has that power, not only some yogi in Himalayas or not only somebody. Every one of us is having that kind of thing. If you look deeply into a person, you are able to get it. So we are hurrying in talking, we are hurrying in perceiving the things, we are hurrying in judging. If you, without that, if you can listen to the, that's why we should always be good listener. Not only listener, if you also look into his eyes and see, you can able to get what actually is going on through going on a particular person. That's what it reflects. What is that thing that is happening? So because okay, because one person did some mistake, it may not get immediately manifested. Suppose one person did some small crime, it may not manifest it immediately and get the punishment or anything. When it will come, when it was vipaka, in Sanskrit we call it as vipaka, or maturation or ripening. When that karma, right, whatever it is, then when that karma ripens, then actually it get manifest. Not that every time this will matter. Whatever that you do, it will be storing in your store of consciousness, but in your container, there's a big container, you're keeping all the seeds, so it will be stored. Okay, when it will get manifested, or when that maturation comes to that particular seed, then it will get manifested. It could be the feel, it could be the mental, or it could be the physical thing, right? It will manifest only when it comes to its own time. A seed always needs the amount of time and the right condition in order to ripen and bring forth the fruit. When it matures, a seed transforms into the form of being that is true manifestation of its qualities. So when it matures, it transforms the true, whatever you wanted to become or whatever you wanted to get it, right? So that you will get it when it actually matures. When it get matures, it is manifesting and it coming into a physical form. Suppose orange, let us take, if you say take an orange, it has to be ripened in order to become a sweet, otherwise it will be very sour. Similarly, an act needs a time in order to ripen. Suppose our karma, we have done something bad today or something good today, it won't come back immediately. It will come back definitely in our life when it times comes, when it got matured, when that particular task has matured, it will come. So how many ways what are the different ways it will come, right? So let us take an example. Ripening at the ripening phenomena. When it will come, when it will matures. One is ripening at the different times, ripening at the different varieties, and ripening and changing. Oh, we will see what is this. Ripening at the different times. Suppose in a basket, you put some bananas, you put some custard apple, you put some other fruits, different sapota, all the fruits, different fruits, you put it, and you started ripening it. So banana may ripen first, later maybe some sapota, or later maybe the custard apple or anything. So later, finally maybe the jackfruit if you keep it. So why? Because each fruit takes different times to ripen. Similarly, in our life, why I'm taking this example, in our life, whenever we are keeping everything in our store of consciousness, they need different times to get ripened. Don't wait, oh, I did so many good things, but still nothing is coming to me. All the bad things only coming. What is the reason? But you have done bad things in the previous janma or whatever it is, and that they didn't get ripened that time. Now it is a time to ripen. So whatever the good is there, it is storing in your consciousness. It will also get ripened at their own time. Sometimes you may feel, whatever I did, so that guy is doing all bad things, but still he is so happy. That's how you compare. So that guy might have done a lot of good things, and now they are getting ripened. Whatever that he is doing, the bad things is storing in his store of consciousness, and it will come its own term, and they'll get ripened. Okay. So everything will have its own time. Okay. When it's its own time, then they will. So people, oh, I'm doing meditation every day, but still I'm not feeling peace. I'm doing walking meditation. I'm doing a morning, some other meditation, all the kinds of I'm doing vipassana. I learned all the meditation, but still I'm not feeling peace. You have to do it. You have to do it. You have to water the seed so that it will get ripened, because the previous things are still there. So that is what it is getting ripened. So you have to give the time to germinate and grow the new seed. So you have to wait for it. That is the first one, ripening in a different times. Ripening of different varieties, right? Ripening of different varieties. Suppose an unripened banana can never become a ripened custard apple. Remember that. Can never become a ripened custard apple, because you unripened banana, you keep it, when you ripen only, it will become the ripened banana only. You may think that, okay, I have done some bad thing, so I will go and donate to the Lord Venkateshwara, and I will do some puja, and I will do something else. So I'm doing all these good things so that this will not come. That is what we are all thinking. Do whatever the things you wanted, but do all these things so that this will not come in my life. Nothing will happen. That will ripen, this will ripen. Because the bad thing that you have done in the first, that will ripen, and it will give its own fruit. It will not become this karma, the bad karma, whatever you have done, it will not become, or it will not negate because of the so many positive things that you have done. Nothing will happen. So that should ripen in its own time. It has to give its fruit, and this will ripen, and it has to give its own fruit. That you have to remember. Because you did something wrong, you have to take. Whatever you have done, you have to take. There's no choice. Third one is ripening and changing. Sometimes the fruit will ripen. When it ripens, it's changed its properties. It will get changed its properties. And then suppose if I take an unripened orange is a sour, but whereas a ripe orange is a sweet, right? So similarly, when you are done something bad, if you keep on doing, if you are not at something bad, you know that you are already done something, and you are already doing some other things. This has to be ripened, right? But you are actually pushing. You are not watering. You are not thinking about it. You did something, okay? You are not watering to that particular deed. You are that unmanifested thing. You are pushing back, and you are manifesting all other things by thinking, by watering, by doing that. Then this may be yellow, but it may change its properties, and it may give something good in the future. Maybe you have to get a big thing, but because of all the things that you manifested and did so much things, it may slow down, or it may not give that big of the bad karma, but it may give in the small way, it may come out. So that's why people, when you met with some accident, or say, oh, people, oh, God is great. He, with these small things, he just come out of it. Maybe you have to have the big thing, but because of all the good things that you have done, you may come out of with the little things. So these are the three ways that your things, your deeds may be ripening. Sow a seed in the action as a cause. Sow the seed means action as a karma hetu. Whatever you have done, karma hetu. When the action cause ripens, whenever your action ripens, it becomes action as a result. That means action as a fruit, karma phala. Action as a result is the present moment of actions as a cause of the past. Now, whatever the result that you are getting in the present moment, that is the result of what you have done actions in the past. So it is not coming new. I didn't do anything bad, it's coming. No, nothing is coming to you without you have done it. You have done something bad, and it's coming to you. That is the one, as Lord Sri Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, or anywhere, whether the Buddhism Thich Hat Nhat says, he says, or the cause and effect of Christ says, everybody says the same thing. Whatever that you have done is coming to you at its own time. Whenever it's a ripening, it is coming to you. There is no way to escape it. So So here he is giving one example, like, so your co-worker is yelling at you or something like you are doing. So there are two things. One is destructive way. Oh, he is doing that, I don't like to go. You may choose to bad mood, and you may spoil your mood. The other one is why he is doing it. Is there anything good? Did I miss anything? So can I learn something out of it and just move on? Don't give the damn importance to that particular person words. After all, we are all the same consciousness. He may be having some bad mood. Let him shout and just do it and move on. So these are the two things that we can take it. Look deeply. So look deeply into your own psychology, and then take the present moment actions as a how whatever the actions you are taking. So that will result as a future future fruits actually. The next one is the realm of being. So the realm of being, this we have already explained in the third or fourth, the three realms of samsaric existence, right? The first, as we discussed, there are desire, form, and non-form. These are the three forms: desire, form, and non-form. Again, form and non-form was divided into four categories. So desire, 4 forms of form, and 4 forms of non-form. So these are the 9 areas that we can learn now. So the realm of desire, 4 states of meditative, the realm of desire and the 4 states of meditative or a concentration, dhyana, that is the realm of form, and 4 levels of non-form. These are the things that you can see. We'll see what is the first one. The first one is the realm of desire, that is the kama dhatu. First one is the realm of desire. So here in the realm of desire, the characteristics of this world is desire. Running after the things, clinging into the things. That is what we are all doing. Okay, today we want that, tomorrow we want this, clinging after the things. Oh, this is my car, this is my home, these are my kids, this is my book, this is my phone. So these are the clinging after the things, right? So, okay, Buddha described the 6 destinations and the modes of existence to which the living beings migrate lifetime after lifetime. There are 6 things that human is migrating from the lifetime after the lifetime. You will be born either of these things from one life to the another life. That is what Buddha is explaining. What are those? World of gods, Deva Loka or Deva. That is the one, world of gods. Second one is world of asuras, beings talented and intelligent, but yet angry and hostile. The world and the third one is the world of human beings. And fourth one is the world of hell, the world of hell realms. And fifth one is the world of hungry ghosts, preta. Those who are hungry for food, shelter, love, and something, believe that every day, whatever their life, right, they didn't get it. So they are hungry for food, they may be hungry for shelter, they may be hungry for love, they may be hungry for trust, all those things. So those are the realm of preta. The realm of hungry ghosts. And the last one is the world of animals, who live only in their instincts. They do not have any spiritual growth or anything, no ideals, no compassion. So this is the world of animals. These are all the kinds. These are the 6 kinds that you can, when your consciousness is actually manifesting, it can go. So asuras are not somewhere. Asuras are also among us. Similarly, hungry ghosts are not somewhere, they are also among us. Okay, don't think that there is a something somewhere, Asura Loka, somewhere the Deva Loka, all the things. All these people are among us. So they may be in the realm of desire. So people will be born again and again among these things. Depends on what you do this lifetime, what you learn this time. You will be able to go from one to the another, or you may be going down or going up, whatever it is, right? So depends on your life, or depends on your karma dhatu, your karma phala, whatever the next life you will be able to. So this is what the human life is actually going into, the one after the another. The next one is that is all first one, desire loka. Okay, the desire loka are kama dhatu. Second one is brahma heaven, that is a rupa dhatu. That's the second form world. Form world is divided into the four lives. In the 4, the first level of form realm is the brahma heaven, heavenly realm of first dhyana. Beings of this world have bodies different from one another, but they think very much same way. sing, see Brahma heaven, the beings of this are different from one another. The bodies are different from one another, but they sing very much the same way. That is the Brahma heaven. The second one in the Rupa is pure heaven or a great light. Pure heaven or a great light. This is second form. Heavenly realm of the second dhyana, which the light, there is a much light. There is a much light in the sense there is a much wisdom. Bodies of this being world are alike, but they think differently. Here it is an opposite. They are alike, but they think differently. The third of the form world is everywhere the pure heaven. Everywhere. The third level is the realm of form. Heavenly realm of the third dhyana, very peaceful and pure here. Okay, beings who live in here are exactly like in the body and mind. They are same like in the body and mind. The fourth one is the heaven of no perception. There's no perception at all. Highest of the four dhyana realms. At this level, being do not have the perception accommodated by the ideation. There's no ideation, there's no perception. Here, you can see all these realms. So when you come to this fifth level, the Tattvamasi, Aham Brahmasmi level, you are actually getting in that dhyana level. So we can see when you are doing that meditations, all those levels, right? Whether you are in the Brahma heaven or a pure heaven or a pure, much light, a greater light, all these things you can see. Everywhere the pure heaven or heaven with the no perception. So these are all the form levels or the different levels of dhyana. What is the non-form realms? The non-form realms are the realm of limitless space in the first level of realm of Arupa Dhatu, limitless space. This is the realm. That's about the realm of limitless consciousness, the second level. The consciousness has a no limit. Eighth one is the realm of no objects in the third level. That's the realm of non-form. The realm of no perception, no perception and no form. That is the fourth level. There is a no form and no perception. We are not perceiving anything, and there is a no form. First one is no space, the limitless space. Second form is limitless consciousness. Third form is a non-form, and fourth form is a no perception and a no form. We are not perceiving anything, and there is a no form. That is the. These are the 9 levels of the things. So if I take, sorry, okay. So if you see that here. In the plum village, he will always give the plum village because he lived in the plum village in the France, right? So that plum village, they took that village as a disciples only. They always, when they go there, because everybody is meditating, everybody was living a simple life. They will not have that commercial space like a Mumbai or anything. So or France, in fact, the Paris, like that, they'll not have any commercial things in that particular village because nobody is using it. Nobody is using or nobody is buying beyond the things that they need to that particular day. So then it is not, because it is all the collectively they are practicing that. When collective consciousness, when they are practicing, their form or their manifestation will be whatever the things that they are need. Here you'll say the television, if you see, television is automatically injecting. So let us take some kind of commercials. So commercials are injecting, okay, if you buy this, it is giving an images in your mind. So like we know, we have seen that the perceptions and images, right? Representations and images. It is forming some representation through commercial. It is forming some representation and some images imprinting you. It is not the real. It is not the suchness is not there. You don't know the exact object you are not touching. It is trying to form some images in your mind by showing some representation as an example in the commercial. So that is why they say that in the plum village, they won't even see the television. They will not have any, because they don't want any external things to have images on their minds. They just do their real things only. They'll just see and they practice that thing, right? So this is also, they call it as a law of affinity. So once you are given affinity to a commercial or to do that things, those images you will get it, and those images at some point they may mature in your store of consciousness and they may come as a product. How they come as a product? At one day, seeing commercial, you okay, let me go and buy and try it. So that is the manifestation that the commercial has actually manifested what it wants, because what it wants is they want you to go and buy. So finally, you made it. That is the thing. So they are able to achieve what they wanted, right? So that is what he is saying it. So in the drug addiction, if we had the seeds of drug addiction, we would not go there. But if we had the seeds of, we would not go there. Where we would not go there, Buddha Dharma, whatever the plum village that they are practicing, right? You will not even feel to go there. If you had that consciousness in your consciousness, you have something that, okay, I don't, oh, they will ask me to close my eyes and sit there. Why do I want to? I wanted to, instead of getting that one, I will go and have my drug and I'll be in the unconscious. I'll get that, that supreme. That is what it is, right? Even if you go there in the meditation and you go to the highest realms, that is what you are able to feel it. Even if you go there also, you are getting. So you will not go there. That's what, if you have that seeds within you, you may not able to go there, because your law of affinity, whatever that you have, it is not pulling you there. It is not your maturation. It is not coming there. That's where you are actually not able to go in the Buddha Dharma or the plum village. Okay. So similarly, the hungry ghost in the here he is also saying that, right? So the hungry ghost, whatever that we learned in the previously. So if you are not actually lack of something, those are the atmas will go as a pretas and become the hungry ghosts. They have some kind of festival where they will call all of them, and they they will give some food in the lunar month or 8th month of lunar, something, right? I did full moon day of 8th lunar month. They offer all those things to their ancestors. So they also feed to these ghosts or hungry ghosts, so that they will come and have, and they'll pray for them that in the next life they need to get whatever the love or whatever they wanted to have it, so that they can come out of these seeds. That is what the Buddha Dharma they will do. That is about the ninth one. So I will also, yeah, we have some time. So let me complete this also, the 10th one, right? The 5 universes. What is this 5 universes? Unobstructed and indeterminate. The 5 of them. Unobstructed and indeterminate. Store consciousness is continuously flowing and changing. At the same time, it is endowed with all 5 universal mental formations. So similarly, here it is like unobstructed and intermediate. It is always your store of consciousness is not a solid. Once you keep some seeds, it is not a solid. You can just make it flow like a river, because you can always put suppose you put some seed and you are not watering, you can always put some other seed and then water it, right? So similarly here, your consciousness is not actually the unobstructed, means here exposed to the light. It's not hidden. Whatever your consciousness is exposed to the light, it is not hidden. And this is actually flowing. Like with absolute clarity, it is flowing. It is having the, what kind of seeds we are having? We are having the wholesome seeds. Okay. Kushala seeds we call. Unwholesome seeds is an akushala, or a intermediate seeds is anitya. Let me. Okay. All phenomena of the one of the 3 natures, wholesome, kushala, unwholesome, akushala, and intermediate is anitya. What is the wholesome seeds? Wholesome seeds are the seeds which are useful to you as well as useful to others. Unwholesome seeds means harmful to you and harmful to the others. Intermediate seeds are neither of it. It is not harmful nor useful, but depending on the time and situation, depends on the circumstances, it may become useful or it may become harmful. So it all depends on the situations of that particular thing. It may happen. So these are the seeds. These are the different phenomena that the 3 natures. What is this 5 universals? Says what is that 5 universals? What is the thing? 5 universals, you don't feel like separate. 5 universals are our 5 panchendriyas, what we are actually conceiving, right? This is the store. No, these are, it operates day and night without stopping, actually. So sorry. Okay. So 5 consciousness are eye consciousness, for example. Through eye, what we are perceiving. So whatever we are perceiving, that is the eye. Through nose, whatever we are actually smelling. So with these 5 things, whatever we are getting, eye, ear, nose, tongue, body. Okay. These are the 5 consciousness that we are actually perceiving. So these 5 consciousness are are flowing, because you are seeing today something, tomorrow you are forgetting, you are getting something else, and also What is the sixth consciousness? Is the mind. Okay, sixth sense, the consciousness, sixth sense consciousness of eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and mind are sometimes active and sometimes resting. So when you are actually sleeping, all these things may not be active at all, right? When you are asleep, not dreaming, then mind consciousness or mind also stops when you are not dreaming. When you are dreaming, yeah, mind also works. Dreams are nothing but whatever there it is there in your mind or subconscious mind, they are coming. So it is coming up. So that is mind also works when you are in the deep sleep. But still there are some consciousness work. What is that? Manas. Manas, which is the seventh consciousness, that is what we are learning. First five are those. Sixth one is mind. Seventh one is manas. Eighth one is the store. We are concentrating on the store by pulling all those things. So seventh consciousness is a manas, however, which is closely afflicted with the store consciousness and acts as a support of mind consciousness, does not stop. It is not stopping at all. Manas never stops. It keeps on going. It keeps on thinking. That is why manas is one which is working all the time. Even though the store of consciousness never ceases, that doesn't mean that it is always the same. Because it never ceases, but doesn't mean it is always the same. It's a continuously flowing and changing. Because there is something happened today, you need not struck there. It is there in my store of consciousness. How to do it? Just forget it and then move on. Then you can move. Then you can go with the other. Then you can fill your consciousness with the other things, right? So that's what it is. So then 5 universal mental formations. What are these mental formations? Contact, that's sparsha. Attention, manaskara, attention, given attention. Feeling, vedana, feeling is vedanta. Perception, conceptualization. Violation, chetana. Okay, these are the 5 mental formations are associated with the samprakta, which means they are engaged in each other. They are called the universal because they are active in your 8th consciousness. Sorry, the Vedanta kadu Vedana. Feeling is Vedana. Contact is Sparsha. Attention is Manaskara. And feeling is a Vedana. And perception or conceptualized is a Sanna. And violation is a Chetana. So these are all interrelated. These are all your perceptions are the 5 mental formations. Previously, eyes, ears are all the physical formations. These 5 are mental formations. Those are the 5 physical formations, 5 universal physical formations. These are the 5 mental formations. All these are stored in our consciousness. All these, the way they are stored, all these are stored in our 8th consciousness. Okay, that's what Buddha is saying. So these are all the things which we have to take. The first 5 universal mental formations, Sarvatanga functions with the 8th consciousness in terms of receiving, accepting, holding, maintaining, perceiving, and storing the seeds. So these mental formations act. They are sitting in the 8th and they are accepting. So whether they are sparsha, accept it, receive it, or reject it, hold it, maintain it. So with all those previously thing, whatever I told you, right, that sparsha, attention, feeling, perception, violation, with all those things only you are perceiving the outside things and you are storing in the 8th consciousness. Whatever you are seeing, if you see and move on, while you are going in a train or a bus, you are seeing so many things. Okay, you're just seeing and leaving it. So you're not actually perceiving with your mind. When you are perceiving with the mental formations, when you are perceiving with the eyes and when you think, then only you can store in your store of consciousness. Similarly, when you are in the crowd, you touch so many people, you will not remember. But when you touch with your child, you still remember how the touch when you hold your baby first time and you hold your baby, right? That feeling, because you stored that in your consciousness, that's why you are able to retrieve and you are able to feel that one. But when you go to in the crowd, you may touch so many people, but you are not actually perceiving that into your consciousness. So even though there are physical consciousness, you are seeing so many things, that mental formations with all the 5 things, whatever that we perceive and stored in our store of consciousness, those things are the one which we are storing in the consciousness. Store of consciousness operate with the in the form of the 5 universal mental formations. See, 5 universal mental formations only it is operating. Even though the physical formations you are seeing, smelling, all the things, but you are not storing. If you are storing it, then with the mental formations only you can do it. 5 universals are different from each other of the consciousness because the mode of perception, again, here, what is the mode of perception? Perception also, there is a thing. Again, he is saying pramana, the way of measuring, right? How you are actually taking that mode of pramana. Here he is saying, here he gave that again, the 3 kinds of pramana. He told the pratyaksha pramana, anumana pramana, and abhava pramana. Okay, pratyaksha pramana, it leads to real things in themselves, a direct perceiving. If I see that this is a glass of water, it's a glass of water. That's all. I'm just able to perceive the things. So that is the thing. Similarly, if I see here the fire, I see the fire in front of me. That is the perceiving. The fire, I could see, feel it. So that is a direct perception. That is, here there is no chance of in imagining or anything. But there is some, some, not the flame, some kind of, what do you call it as a...
Smoke, right?
Smoke, yeah. I'm searching the word. Some smoke is coming, let us take. So what do you think? Some smoke coming, maybe there is a fire. Maybe there is a fire, that's what you are thinking. So because that is an indirect or anumana pramana, deducted perception. Here you are perceiving it's a deducted perception. You are not actually, you don't know whether the real fire is there or not. Because there is a smoke, you are thinking that there could be the fire. So that is the anumana pramana. It may be either correct or it may be incorrect. So these 2 are also fine, he'll say. But we are in the abhava pramana. Mostly what he is saying is we are in the abhava pramana. It is erroneous perception. By seeing the mist, some mist is coming, you are thinking that's a smoke and thinking that there is a fire. In the first place, that is not the smoke at all. That's just the mist. But still you were thinking that there's a smoke is there. And this is where we are saying there's a false perception. And we human beings, we are all actually, most of the time, we are in the abhava pramana. Just do not go into the abhava pramana. Go to the pratyaksha pramana. If not, sometimes anumana pramana may be correct. May not be correct, but may be correct. But abhava pramana is the one which is actually suffering, making us suffer, like a thread, like a rope. You are thinking it's a snake, and because you think it is a snake, abhava pramana, right? It is. So you didn't say, you think that it is a snake, and because of that, the fear was generated. Because of that, so many negative emotions were generated. Similarly, some person did something at some other time. Because of that, you perceived him in a different way, and you started, oh, maybe he may ask something, so you are not actually able to perceive the person as he is. You are not able to see the person. You are violating, violations are going on directly. You are not able to perceive it. You are violating. That's what is happening. So these are the 3 things that you have to remember, and you should not go with the abhava pramana. Always go with the pratyaksha pramana. Every seed, every object that you are actually dropping as a perceiving, right? Whenever you are dropping or perceiving that and keeping in your store of consciousness, that may change. That may change. If you change your opinion, or anything, that may change as a river, or it may be stored in your store of consciousness, and it may come out anytime. Okay, with this, just to want to conclude up to 10 stanzas so that people can go over the 10. I just took the time. I eliminated the meditation today. Sorry, friends, those who are coming for the meditation. So with this, I will close it. And if you have any questions on this, I can take it up now. I think you all can unmute, right, yourself. Any questions or sharings? Absolute silent. Could be 2 things. One is you understood, one you don't understand anything.
Yeah, Prasanna.
Yeah,
you were saying, I'm not sure which number it is, but the seed, how it, the different stages of manifestation, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
The infinity, or not infinity, what is that called? Something, the scientific word. That's okay, but so I had one example, but I can't tell exactly what it is. But I have a strong opinion that it is not right and we should not do it. It's not illegal, but some investment, you can say.
Okay.
And then I got exposed, and slowly, after 1 year, I did that. So it's the exposure and the slowly, the opinion also changes. Somehow it germinates. The exposure is also sometimes is not a good thing, right?
I'm not able because I didn't get totally. But the thing is exposure in the sense maybe whatever that happened, you remember, you just already kept in your store of consciousness. Because of that, you are remembering it again and again and doing it, right?
Yeah, it's not that I remembered, but it was coming on my face. Like, sales people, how they perceive until you really,
Yeah.
fall for it. That is the thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, even though how much you are strong,